What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Whiskeyed and Uncensored live stream version. Today we are giving this a shot on the live stream, and we're bringing in my good old buddy Clint Randal in the building today. Even though he looks a little fuzzy right now, but we know that's the Backwoods out there in Mississippi. What's going on, Clint? Can you hear me? Did you already lose me, sir? Come on, buddy. I know you can hear me out there in the backwoods.
You got me?
Oh, I got you now. Yep. A little technical error there. That's okay. That's the problem of being live. What happened there, sir? Did you have to unmute yourself?
As you like to point out, we're in Mississippi.
Mississippi. You know, the connections out there don't work too well, I guess.
Yeah, well, you're lucky them guys are out there pushing that thing to make it work right now.
Well, before we start, we always know we start every episode with what we're drinking. And today I am on my Crown Royal Reserve as always. But being the kind of fucking day it has been today, we brought the Fireball because we are going to be doing some shots at some point. We're actually going to be able to have people who are actually listening in to actually purchase shots if they want to purchase shots easily by going to that link right there that's on the screen. So anytime somebody actually comes and buys a shot, we can actually do a shot live on air and make their money's worth.
I'm not gonna wait, Eddie. I'm gonna go now.
I mean, if you want to go ahead and go now, I mean, I'll go ahead and hit a shot with you as well. Might as well get this started. Let's go ahead and get this. Let's get twisted now. I mean, might as well.
Let's do it. Might as well. Come on, man. Where else are we gonna go tonight?
This is true. Cheers, my friend.
Go ahead. I've got
once it hits the lips, right?
Amazing stories to tell you. Yeah, I got some amazing stories to tell you about when Will came to visit.
Yeah, I need to. We need to catch up because the last time I saw you actually was when you were in town, barely, and that was back in March, and then you came back down I want to say you came back down a few weeks later, but I did not see you because you decided to hang out with our good friend David and go off and do all the fun stuff that I could not attend. So we were supposed to go golfing actually, and I think went a little too hard, and we didn't. We didn't wake up in time.
Yeah.
So, anyways, tell me what's been going on. How's the Backwoods and the Hidden Family Tree out there?
Excuse me, sir. The trees do work out here, unlike the roads. Okay.
Yeah, we need to get you on.
No, man, it's been going real well.
Good. Yeah, I was getting ready to say we need to get you on some better internet, though, for sure.
It's been going well, man. I've got moved into a house, nice place. Bought it from a lady. Her husband was a home builder. He built it back in 2013. Real nice place, real well put together. I got a dog. Yeah, I'm getting domesticated.
I saw that. Now you got responsibilities again.
Yeah, and he's in timeout right now because he thought he'd get on the bed, and he don't get on the bed. Plus, I busted him chewing up tags.
Well, he's a puppy, right? So, I mean, what do you expect?
No, I mean he's a little just right at a year, so not totally a puppy. So, but I can't say his name because he'll come running in here and he's in trouble.
You can't make the little guy already go to timeout.
Oh, yes, I can. I believe in corporal punishment. Thank you. Kept my ass in line. It'll work for that dog, too. But, so I got back
go ahead, sorry.
I got back into the workforce. Got back into the dealership world, actually. And those of you who don't know, I spent 20 years at a Chrysler dealership that my family owned, helping own and operate and run that. But I got a job at a local Ford store here in town. Which is nice. Doing real well. Cannon Motors of Mississippi, maybe Cannon Ford. Perfect plug right there for the crew. Oh, come see me. Any Ford products?
That's a big switch for you, though, man. Being that you were a Dodge guy for many, many years to go into your competitor. I'm sure your dad loved that.
Diehard, yeah. A diehard Mopar man. Still am on a lot of fronts, but buddy, I got to tell you, man. I strongly believe especially in sales, if you're going to sell something, you got to own what you're selling. Like you can't just, people that work for Apple don't not have Apple phones. So it's just one of those things that I believe in, and it works. But they're great people. The Cannon Group is a great group to work for. I have a really great general manager who's been in the business for a long time, like myself. Actually has recognized my talents and experience, and has actually got me on a fast track for a management program. So I'm just doing whatever comes in front of me.
Meaning your good old social skills, the salesman that you are. I mean, who's not going to try to buy it from Clint Randal?
Yeah, he's got me. He's real appreciative, mainly because I've worked both sides of that desk. From managing to being an employee to being an owner, pretty much. So it's nice to. He's complimented me a lot on. It's nice to have somebody with the level of thinking that he's got, so that way he doesn't have to explain much to me. And I'm like, yes, sir, I get it. It's very nice, and it's a great group. It's interesting. I sound like they think I'm a Yankee because I don't have that real thick Southern drawl like the rest of them do here, but it's okay. They're working with me.
So Miss Andrea Merritt says, "Hey guys," she's on watching with us here. What's going on, Miss Merritt? Good to see you.
What's going on, Merritt?
They actually had a very good episode with us, and it actually did very well. Ironically, people like to hear sex stories, so go figure, right? And they actually had a great story going on, so their episode did really well. I'm looking forward to actually having them back on to have another episode soon.
The Merritts have got it hidden. They do a good job with it. They keep that personality low key, but buddy, when it comes out, I tell you.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't have known that Miss Merritt. She was a little freakier than I would have pictured. But that secret freakiness, I guess, catches you off guard. Maybe this is why Kyle just loves it. He found the freak, or maybe he unleashed a freak or something.
They've been they've been together 18 years, 19 years since high school. So, man, something's there, and and not just sex, something's there. They've got a magic that a lot of us are looking for. So I'm proud to call them friends. They do a great thing, and they got 2 kids and just getting 2 great careers between the 2 of them. So they've got the formula, and I need them to bottle it up and give it to me.
Listen, also, we might need to check your. She said actually almost 21 years, but we might need to check your mic there, sir. You're kind of crackly a little bit. I know you're on that expensive little headphone of yours, but you got a little crackling in your voice. I mean, I know you're just hitting. I know you're hitting puberty and all, but that crackling needs to come out. But
my mom's gonna pick us up at 9.
So tell me, sir, what's the word on Destination Movie? Because when we were in Austin, this was the entire talk. This was the entire purpose of your whole road trip. So I need to understand and know, and the people are wanting to know when are we gonna start seeing a podcast?
It's coming very soon. I've got a dedicated room for it. I've got to get some office chairs, and I got to get some swing mic stands and a few things like that. Get a few things set up. Didn't want to do it living with the parents because Lord forbid, my mom stumble in the middle of one and hear some of the stuff that went down, and just she already does a good job of burying some things she's seen me do. I don't want to give her any more ammunition to stick in her head later in life. So. But overall, though, man, I'm looking here in the next maybe month or so, just getting things situated and done finally, so that way I can get it up and going and start sharing some stories. I got some really good ones, man. Some great stories, some great dive bars. I mean, I'll put it to you this way. In one town that I visited, I asked the bartender, where's the best local dive bar in town, and she looked me dead in the face. She goes, "Oh, well, that's easy. It's called the Dirty D, and it's located next to the dirtiest strip club in town." And I looked her in the face and I said, "You just described my perfect day." And it was great. Oh, it was so much fun. So stories like that. And
yeah, I'm just waiting for the part when you get to talk about us in Austin. I still want to talk about that trip as well, but we'll wait till you actually get to that particular piece of the puzzle. And it looks like Mr. Kyle Merritt said, "Don't worry about me, guys. I'm a happy camper." Well, we know you are a happy camper, sir. You got you a little freak in the sheets there.
I'm just sad it took us till the last night to find the White Horse. Like, that place was awesome. We should have been going there from night 1.
Oh, the country bar that we went to. Yeah. That was actually that was a pretty cool spot. Didn't we actually stayed there a few hours after?
Yeah, we did. We watched 2
and that was like
awesome.
that was like the night before we actually before I actually left, because you ended up staying a day or so after me. So and then you went back and got to enjoy some good old Texas Southern. Well, is that Southern Midwestern hospitality, maybe?
Yeah, it was fun. It was like I said, I'm so sad we found it on the last night. It was like, where have we been going, and why haven't we been here? Oh man!
Did you end up?
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Did you end up getting lucky out there, or what? After I left, what kind of secret stuff that you didn't tell me yet?
Not per se. I mean, there was a lovely lady that entertained my company for a few hours there before I left. But overall, no, nothing to match the scales of things that have been laid before. So
I got you. So you really didn't bring in the cattle that night. That's what you're saying.
No, didn't drive any cattle home, but I did walk the hallways in anticipation of seeing a ghost there at the Biltmore, but didn't see one.
Now, that hotel that you did stay at, what was that hotel called? Because it wasn't the Biltmore. The Biltmore's in North Carolina, dude. McCaskill or something like that? No, the Biltmore's in North Carolina, Asheville. So it was like McCaskill. No, dude, I'm telling you, Biltmore is in Asheville, North Carolina. I've been to the Biltmore.
Okay.
This one, I think it was called McCaskill or something.
Like
that. But that was a
no. It wasn't that. It was a little bit. It was a much more proper name, but the legend behind it was they had all these ghosts that like to roam the halls at night. And I didn't see any, thank God, because if I had, I'd have screamed and fallen to the ground and gone limp. Because nothing wants to attack anything that's already dead.
Well, the only thing that was haunting was the lack of sex in your bedroom.
Yeah, but that's been that way for a good minute, so that's something I'm used to.
Yeah. So
Oh,
speaking of, how has that dating life of yours been out there in the backwoods?
yeah, it's been interesting. Went on a few dates up here with some girls. It's definitely a different environment up here. You've got it's such a gap because you got late 30, middle 40 something established career people, and
Yeah.
then you've got a bunch of 18 to 23-year-olds going crazy. So there's no middle ground in there. It's a lot of one extreme to the other. But got a decent group of friends around here. They're all cool. It's I don't want to call them my Lakeland replacements, but
Oh,
they're good
whoa,
peeps.
whoa, whoa! Easy there, easy.
They're they're good people, and get along. I found a great local spot, a great little watering hole. It's actually quite a staple for the area. They've been open since 1995, and it's called Dave's Dark Horse Saloon. And it's awesome, man. It's great. They do an awesome job. The staff there is awesome. Would you believe me if I told you I made friends with all the bartenders?
No, not you, sir. Not one bit. Not one bit. So what you're saying is, since I'm actually planning to actually make the trip up there Labor Day weekend, actually, you already have some plans set up for us to actually. What'd you say? We're gonna go to watch all these damn cowbells in
Uh huh.
cowboy country, I guess. Redneck country,
Nah,
whatever you want to call it out there.
it's a little more redneck than cowboy around here, but we
Okay, so we're
do
going to
for
redneck
Mississippi
country.
State. Yeah, for Mississippi State, our thing that we're known for are the cowbells, and how that came to be was a game back in the '40s against Auburn. We were just getting murdered and annihilated, and at halftime, a cow wandered onto the field, and we came back and won. So
Is,
ever since then, we adopted the cowbell as our thing, and actually it was voted the second loudest event in collegiate sports.
really? So is that that's similar to like this 13th man type stuff situation
Hmm.
out there in Seattle?
We yeah, well, Texas has got their 12th man or whatever out there for their thing, but we actually they did a contest and for capacity and sound level, and with 50,000 plus Mississippi State fans all ringing cowbells, we took second overall.
Oh, okay. Very nice. So my question is, when I get in town, what kind of ladies are we expecting to meet? Because
Um, well, it'll be prime territory because school will be in session. It'll be
oh,
opening game of the
very
weekend
nice.
or opening game of the season. So you have first game going on. So it's gonna be packed with people. Oh my gosh, dude! Saturday game days around here are massive. In between that and the baseball games, but we pack them in. They really do a good job. I wish a baseball game was going on when you're up here so I could show you the stadium because it would rival most minor league parks. It's really impressive. Our baseball stadium actually is called Duty Noble Field, and it's referred to as the Carnegie
You
Hall
said
of college baseball.
did you say doo doo noble?
No, loser. Duty Noble. Yes, we're a
Duty.
national
It's the
championship
same
gangster
fucking
of
thing,
baseball.
actually.
Unlike up at there at Tallahassee, they don't have a national championship banner in their baseball stadium.
Oh, oh, really?
Just stating the facts, my friend. Stating the facts.
All right, like I said, I know I'm going to be making that horrible drive, and if I can get our good buddy Mr. David Richter to go with me that weekend, maybe we can make it happen. And I'll have to get with him so that way I don't have to endure this long little road trip by myself, especially on I-10, because I-10 is a horrible fucking trip. I-10's horrible.
I don't want to hear. No, sir. I don't want to hear no complaining from y'all. You know how many times I drove down there now to see y'all by myself?
Well, like I said,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
my turn to make the trip, and I'm going to make the trip. I already put the time in, and I'm going to make the trip. But I just have bad mojo on I-10. I have been stopped there before. many years after I got out of the military, I actually had an issue where I was going to a job out there in Tallahassee, and I got pulled over. I was coming over one of the bridges out there. A state trooper was sitting right at the end of that bridge, and I was hitting 93 in my little Tacoma, mind you, my little Tacoma. I saw him come out, lights on, and I just kept on going until he finally caught up to me. When he finally caught up to me, he had the nerve to say, hey, where exactly are you trying to go this fast? And I was explaining to him and said, well, I'm trying to make happy hour at the hotel bar that you just fucked up right now. So needless to say, he didn't find that very funny. He just kept on. It was like, 3 more miles and I would have had you in cuffs right now. Basically, I think he would have clocked me at 30 miles an hour. I think I was at 27 miles an hour over the speed limit. He clocked me at 93 miles an hour. So anyways, he gave me a nice fat ticket, $250, 60 something dollars, maybe 280. But I missed happy hour.
That'd be so much more now.
Yeah, it's got to be. But either way, I missed happy hour, fucking asshole. And so I had to pay full price for a beer when I got to the hotel. So what a dick. So, but anyway, so you know what? I think right now is an appropriate time for a shot, sir. Let's go ahead. Like I said, it's been a hell of a fucking day, so I need a drink.
By the way, I'm drinking on the Avion Reposado. It's quite delicious.
Reposado, yes. It's actually a very good. I actually have. Oh no, I got the Casamigos in the on the shelf right now. Actually, no, it's actually in this fridge here in this room, keeping cold just in case. So,
nice.
Cheers, my friend, and to all those who may be watching or maybe watch later on. You see the link up there. Buy us a shot. We'll drink this shit because today I fucking need it.
But to answer your question though about the ladies you'll be getting to experience, you'll get the wide array, man. You'll really get them. It's as a young person before I moved up here in my 20s, Starkville was always referenced as the
your 20s, huh? Is that where we're going with, sir?
Yeah, Starkville was always referenced as the untapped resource because it is literally a well that has not been drained yet. Not like the bowels of Gainesville or the gullies of Tallahassee, or if you really want to go down and dumpster dive and you go down to Dade County down to Miami.
I'm thinking it hasn't been really dug into because a lot of family tree members. So I mean, you got to be careful with with who you're messing with, sir.
Hey, you might get her and her sister. Who knows?
That could be fun. Keeping it in the family, right?
Yeah, but no, honestly, like here's the biggest thing from up here versus down in Florida that I absolutely do not miss. Number one, it is the cops. Okay, I got no problem with cops. I understand why they're there. Okay, and I'm not about defunding the police crap. I don't believe in that. Now, do I believe in police reform? Absolutely, it needs to be reformed. There's shit that needs to happen. People are getting locked up illegally every day, and lives are getting ruined, and nobody's held accountable for it. So yes, stuff needs to change. Anyways, moving on from that. But the police up here, unless you're being an absolute dumbass, they leave you alone. They do not mess with you up here.
All right. So kind of like the, what was that movie? Varsity Blues type deal. When they know you're underage, you're not going to mess with you because you're winning football in their hometown.
No, not even so much that is just there, when schools are in the college campus, all the college kids, they're the ones being goobers, so they leave the rest of us alone. They don't bother us. Like, if you're a town person living here and you just doing day to day, man, like I said, unless you're really drawing attention to yourself and doing something you're really not supposed to be doing and causing problems, they leave you alone, man. They do not bother you here. They don't go out looking to try to make the bust of the century every weekend to get a raise. They're not trying to meet quota. They don't do all that stuff up here, man. They just, again, as long as you're not busting 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, and you ain't swerving in and out and being a dummy, they leave you alone.
That's my issue right there. I do have a heavy foot, so that is my problem with driving every now and then is hitting that 10 miles an hour. Speaking of, didn't you just purchased that Camry when you came down here, and now you are driving what, sir?
I am driving proudly a Ford F-150 regular cab 4-wheel drive.
So you are truly fitting in with the locals now with the big trucks again.
Oh,
Well, actually, you had a nice large Dodge at one point down
yeah, I
here.
did.
So,
And I punch myself in the dick every day for getting rid of it.
but that was a big bitch though. That was a huge
Yeah.
fucking truck. Like it was big. I mean, I understand you were compensating for something, but that motherfucker was big.
Hey, you came out with me to the mud hole that time, so you better be glad it was big because we didn't get stuck.
I forgot that. Yes, you're right. And you
Yeah.
know what? That was actually one of my first times going to a mud hole, and I do remember that. I do remember my ass bouncing inside that cab, hitting my head on top of that fucking. Uh, yeah, I do remember that. Wasn't didn't that belong to the Spikers or something like that? That whole spot, but
The liquid mud hole. Yeah.
yeah, that was interesting. I don't know if that's still around. Maybe it's still around. I don't know. I don't really go out. You know, my car would
No,
not
they
make it in
closed.
those fields, but
Yeah. Yeah, no, they closed it. I want to say they closed it about 4 or 5 years ago. They closed it.
oh, okay, okay. But yeah, I do remember that, and I do remember. And you were running stock at the time, right? Yeah, I think you just had a minor lift in that truck at one point, but it was
No, no lift, no lift. The only thing I had was I had oversized tires on there with them. That was that Nitto trail grappler on there, and those tires were just so big that it beefed it up and made it look like it was on a lift. But no lift. It was completely stock minus the tires and maybe a drop-in air filter for a K&N drop-in. But other than that, that was it. But that thing, dude, oh, it made so much power. Again, it was. You never got any better than 19 miles to the gallon, but it never got any worse than 19 miles to the gallon either. So no matter what you had behind it pulling it, it would get it done.
right. So let me ask you: are you still on? I'm gonna completely go left field with this. Are you in any of the dating apps up there in that area? Are you seeing what's in the area right now?
I was on some of the dating apps. It was okay. The problem is again, it's you got outside of the school. There's not a whole lot, and unfortunately, nobody. I'm not really trying to be
But
anybody's
your
sugar daddy either.
but your typical wheelhouse, it was the 40, 45-year-old milfs maybe. I mean, you're trying to tell me everyone
Yeah,
is pleasantly happy in that house?
for the most part, yeah. And the ones that aren't, they're up here. There's for damn good reason, and you don't want no part of it anyway. So you
There was
kind
some
of,
big girl. There was some big girls out there, aren't there?
no, they ain't big girls. They're just if they're single, good. They're single because for damn good reason. You don't want to hitch your horse to that wagon.
You find out some shit, find out girls got all these DMs in their inbox. Yeah, yeah, that might be a whole different topic, and we'll have to discuss that later on. But that might be something solo at one point or another. So we'll
But
uh,
to
we'll leave
answer your question, though, sir,
it. We'll leave it
get
at
back on
that.
topic. We'll no, it's but I mean it's honestly though right now like it's just been it's just like I'm just living, man, just doing my thing. Like I
Yeah.
go up to Dave's quite regularly. Well, not I say quite regularly, like maybe once a week. I go up there and hang out, and the
Now,
and the
what's
staff is
Dave's?
super cool. Dave's is the local place in town. It's don't tell Bill Alcock I said this, but it's my winter circle replacement.
Oh well,
It's
I'm
the
not.
it's the
I'm
Starkville
not.
winter
I'm.
circle.
I'm not sure if Bill follows. Well, I know we're friends, and he might follow me, but I'm not sure if he'd be watching the stream right now.
So,
I mean, maybe somebody might share it with him. I don't know. We'll see. Because,
but uh,
like I
but
said,
it's a good spot though. It's a good spot. Like but what makes it that not so much that it's replaced it. It's that same environment though. Like you walk in, everybody's cool, nobody's causing problems. You got a bunch of douchebag college kids wanting to fight because those they don't go there. They mainly go to the couple other places downtown and in
right?
the Cotton District. It's a local spot, so everybody kind of knows everybody anyways, and it's just chill, man. So like it's just been going up. I go up there maybe once a week and hang out and have a good night and make my way back home and just I'm just living, man. Like it's nice. It's a different pace of things, but just nobody around here is looking to try to screw you over. Nobody's got an angle on stuff. It's just everybody's pretty genuine, and it's nice, man. I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm sure the actual weather is so much better than actually living down here, where you don't have swamp, where you don't have to deal with swamp ass all the time. I mean, right now it is the worst possible time. It has been absolutely fucking miserable here, and like literally, they say, "Oh, it's 100 degrees," but it feels like 110. Motherfuckers say it is 110 degrees because it is fucking hot. Like, and we've been dealing with rainstorms left and right. Like, it's the worst rainstorms possibly. Like today, before this even show came on, I went grabbed this fucking gallon of Fireball because obviously, like we had the discussion earlier. Today, I needed this fucking Fireball, and I haven't. My blood sugar is gonna be going up later today, but at this point, I don't give a fuck right now. So I needed to go get this bottle, and I bought a bottle of Basil Hayden. I finally got a hold of the Toasted, so I'm ready to crack that bitch open. But the storm that came through, I actually sat in the liquor store literally 25 minutes before I even walked outside because it was literally a mini fucking hurricane. Lightning was boom, 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 like constantly everywhere. Like it was, I was actually watching the windows flex inside the damn liquor store. So I actually waited. I was like, you know what? I might as well fucking crack open this bottle and start drinking it here while I'm waiting for this storm to go by because it is fucking nuts. Like I said, it's been a hell of a fucking day today. It literally been the day for whatever. I mean, it's been a bullshit day.
Right now, man, up here recently, like today, like I woke up to really bad thunder and lightning and raining this morning, and it rained all the way up through to about lunchtime, but then it stopped, and it turned into a sauna out here. Like it's been unseasonably hot. Like I've been up here as all throughout my life as a kid, and it's been warm, like it'll touch 100, maybe 101, but this year so far, it's been the hottest summer it's been in a while. But at the same time, though, on the other hand, we also get 4 real seasons up here. So come August, September, it's actually cold and leaves are falling. You're not still sweating, hating life. And this year in December, guess what we had? We had snow. That's right. Actual cold weather, snow.
Let me tell you, the way it sounds like you're talking, and when you hear this back, it sounds like you fucking got this slur in your fucking vocabulary. It sounds like you're very on the special. Yes, or the whole Clint basically shutting down type. You're fucking slurring right now. And I know you're probably not drunk right now, but it's probably the way it's coming across. But it really fucking is slur.
But no, like we had actual snow up here, and it was, and not only that, and then come March, we had an actual spring where it wasn't ripping hot. Because in Florida, you get a month and a half where it's decent temperature, and then you're back to sweating your nuts off again. So up here we have all 4 seasons, and it's really nice. And yeah, it's a little unseasonably hot right now. But in a month, it's going to be nice. It's going to start chilling down. When you get up here in September, you're probably going to have to wear a jacket because I know how cold your little ass gets. You'll be up here and go, man, it's cold here. Damn, it's cold as hell.
Let me tell you, for us going to Austin, and we went February. Yes, February. And I was not expecting how cold Austin was going to be. I was expecting Texas to be probably as hot as Florida, and I was completely wrong because thank God I brought a few sweaters because I know damn well I rocked that sweater almost every day, every bar that we went to out there because it was so fucking cold. Granted, your hairy burly ass decided, hey, I can run around in a tank top here because this is my bear type of weather.
There was that one night we were walking back, and I stripped topless because I was sweating my nuts off. It was so flipping hot, and you had me walking everywhere.
Well, listen, if we want to start talking about Austin, we can bring up some of the Austin, and the only reason why is because there you go. Go ahead and take that shot to the head. I may drop another one with you here, but the only reason why you decided to strip is because you decided that night because my night beforehand I fucking went balls to the wall. You decided to go the second day, so we alternated. But you, sir, lost all complete motor functions, and we were not getting a fucking Uber.
System shutdown.
We were not getting an Uber. That's all I know. We were not getting an Uber, and we were in walking distance. But good God, if you walk 2 blocks, you were fucking bitching. That's all I know.
I was.
You were bitching.
I was. These shoes were not made for walking, sir.
Yeah, but apparently it was, like I said, it was only 2 blocks. Apparently 2 blocks is like 3 miles for you, which is ridiculous. But I have said, and I have said multiple times that I do want to go back to Austin. Like I felt like Austin was probably such a beautiful spot. Like we only got to touch the very tip of what was out there, and we got to do one of the little tours, which was very, very cool. And we know a lot of celebs that are actually moving out to Austin, which is pretty cool. But we didn't get to go that far into the tour. But Austin is
quickly becoming the new Los Angeles. It's quickly becoming it very fast.
Oh, no, absolutely. And it's actually even on record that a lot of the tech companies are moving to Austin, Texas. But as we saw, the pricing for some of those houses or even condos were ridiculously expensive. Like, what was it? What did we see? It was a penthouse. Not even a penthouse.
It was a two bedroom, 2 bath apartment that you had to lease for a year. It was a year lease minimum, and what was it, $6,700 a month, something like that? Yeah,
it was. No, I don't know if it was that expensive. I think when you got to some of the 3 bedrooms or the penthouse suites, it was like $25,000. But I think some of the 2 to 3 bedrooms were running around $3,000-4,000 a month, which is and I think it was nothing more than 1,000 square feet, which was ridiculously crazy. But the area was absolutely beautiful. Like, I can see myself partying, living life, enjoying it, and it was very laid back in the area. Like, it makes me want to go ahead and book a trip because I actually need to take time off here from work. I have so many hours of vacation time, it's ridiculously stupid that I just need to find a point where I can go back, maybe to Austin or whatnot. So,
well, what was it?
So when are we going on? When are we going on our next trip? Actually, so that's what I want to know.
Well, I gotta get a few things strategized out. I gotta see where the dealership's gonna put me as far as a final position on something, so I can start planning some days. But
sure.
But I was just thinking, like, so one story after you left, this is pretty good. So I decided to myself, I was like, hey, I want to enjoy some very delicious, high quality seafood, which you hate. So that's why I went after you left.
Apparently, my palate is of a toddler. What I've got. So yeah, so it's what it is. Yeah, apparently my food palate is of a toddler. But like I said, we won't indulge in that later.
So I look up on Yelp, which, by the way, anybody watching, listening right now, Yelp is your best friend.
Hold on 1 second. Looks like Mr. Melvin decided to jump in on here and said Clint got his own sweater. So Melvin's in here listening right now. What's going on, Mr. DJ Melvin?
Well, not all of us can be scooting around on Sea-Doos shirtless, Melvin.
The Puerto Rican lake cleanup crew. We love you, Melvin. We love you, man. We just had to give you a hard time.
But all right, so I find, again, Yelp. If you're traveling anywhere, Yelp is your best friend in finding the best local spots to try to eat at. Okay, that one Italian place we found that was awesome. I got to try rabbit.
We got to try rabbit.
I got to eat a piece of rabbit.
I actually opened up my palate on that one. That one, and it tasted like chicken. Believe it or not, it actually tasted like chicken, which I was actually impressed. I mean, you know what?
But anyways,
I need another fucking shot here. Yeah.
okay, here we go. Right. Well, okay.
Another shot.
So anyways, but yeah, Yelp. So use Yelp. You got to make it way through the first 4 or 5 for the commercial stuff and the people that are paid to go on. But after that, most of it's local, and it's good stuff. Like, anyways, so I looked up a local seafood spot in downtown Austin. There, well, it wasn't local. I'm sure it was a corporate owned place, but it was a nicer corporate owned place, so it was legit. And I don't realize that this is a nicer place until I get there, and I'm dressed in jeans, that red flannel that I had, that I wore almost everywhere, every other day.
This is right before we decided to walk into Urban Cowboy country store to go find you a fucking. This started your journey into the whole cowboy hat, belt buckle shit that you're into right now.
Yeah. Let me tell you what, them boots. Anyways, so I walk in and I'm wearing that black Allen boots hat that I got at that store, and I walk up and it says proper dress required, and I'm like, uh-oh. So I take my hat off, put it in my back pocket. All right, so this is what happens. All right, I got to back up a little bit so you can see everything here. I'm going to take my hat off, so because you need to see my facial expression. All right, so I walk in, the maitre d' sees me, does this, and comes out, and I see him, and in places like this, either you have a reservation, or you can walk up and sit at the bar. Any nice restaurant that you go to, no matter 3-star, 5-star, whatever star Michelin, they have a bar, and the bar is traditionally open seating. So yeah. I knew this, so I walked up, but the maitre d' sees me, and he goes. And I walk up to him and he goes, "Can I help you, sir?" And I'm like, "Yes. Is the bar open seating?" And he goes, "Yes."
Still staring you up and down, huh?
Okay. I've never been judged walking to a restaurant before. I'm like, "You slimy fuck! I could buy you 5 times over. Shut up."
Wait a minute. You mean you never been judged? Come on now, you never been judged.
I mean, outside the time I walked into the FUBU outlet in Orlando, and them guys was like, "What you doing, cracker?"
I'm pretty sure.
So I walk and I grab a seat, and
I'm pretty sure as soon as we walked into Steve Young's restaurant, we got judged.
No, not Steve Young's. It was what's his face?
Vince Young. Sorry,
Vince Young. Yeah,
one of those fucking Youngs.
It was a little more commercial. It was still, that was good food, man. It was awesome. All right, so I walk up to the bar, sit down. I meet the bartender. His name's Elliot. Super cool. Start making friends with him. I order my normal double tequila, and he poured it great. So anytime, and also that's something too. Anytime I was at a bar and I've got a bartender and I'd ask him to pour me a double tequila, and if they poured it right, not out of a flippin' jigger measuring crap, I would let them know, like, "Hey man, that's a really great pour. I like that." And then they go, "Oh yeah, I bartended for quite a few years and DJ and everything like that." So
listen, you have to you ought to, but you ought to know that you have to measure in order to make your your
not pop. All right, in the words of Chip Burrell taught me this. I asked him on the first night working the door at Sharky's, and he's working, and I was like, "What's the trick to pouring a shot?" He goes, "Huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, what he goes, dude, it's this.
Make your customer happy."
One. He goes, it literally has his cup and goes, "That's 1. If you need a jigger, you're a terrible bartender."
Wait, let's say that again. If you need a what?
If you need a jigger, you're a terrible bartender. And I'm like,
I'm just making sure what exactly we're saying here.
And Chip is still one of the better bartenders around to this day. Outside, if it wasn't for Tony Fleming knowing every person in the entire county, Chip would have won many of the best bartender in town contests they had at Paddy Wagons and all that stuff, because he's one of the better ones around. Him, Mitzi, all them guys have been doing it. They're good at what they do. And the only reason Tony did it because Tony knows flipping everybody. Everybody came out to support him. But anyways, that's not the point.
I actually got to see Mitzi a couple weeks ago. Actually, after a softball game, we went over to the Swan. So I haven't seen him in a while. Mm-hmm. It was good to catch up with him and stuff. So yeah.
But and I comment on him. I was like, "Oh wow, thanks." So we get the yakking back and forth, and I'm looking around, and I ordered this amazing roasted brisket meatballs. Yeah, I said that. Roasted brisket meatballs were epic. Oh,
okay.
Oh, so good. And then I got the 12-ounce lobster tail, and then I got the king crab leg, and also I ordered a bottle of champagne. I figured, you know what? I'm gonna make it count.
Wait. Was it the Prosecco type that we were drinking
No,
up
no,
there
no, no, no. It wasn't prosecco. It was
that
actual
fancy little
champagne.
restaurant that we went to? So
No, they had good
with my
champagne
pinky
there.
in the air, Prosecco.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, so I'm there and I'm just man, and the guy, the bartender walks back up. He goes, "Mr. Edwards, I'm so sorry." He's like, "We don't have a 12-ounce lobster tail. All we have is 11-ounce lobster tail. Will that work for you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine." And the couple sitting next to me noticed what I was ordering and everything, and he goes, "Man, you should have fought him for that other ounce." So I'm like, all right. So I'm making friends with a couple to the right of me. I get through one bottle. I order another bottle of champagne because at this point I'm like, fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna make this count. Now, how often am I gonna be in Austin, Texas, and living like this? So, anyways, so I order a second bottle, and after I order my second bottle, I see the maitre d' walk over and talk to Elliot, and I know they're talking about me because he's looking back as he's talking to the maitre d'.
Now this was after I left, right? This was all after I left.
Yeah, the next night after you left, yeah. So they bring the second bottle over. He opens it. The couple to the left of me said, "This girl," goes, "Look, I don't mean to intrude, but you are living your best life right now." And I'm like, "Yeah." So I tell him the story. I'm like, "Oh, that's so cool." Yeah, so I'm telling him what I'm doing, and all that stuff. I'm like, "Man, that's so great." And anyways, at that point, the maitre d' walks over and goes, "Mr. Edwards, just make sure you're having, are you having everything taken care of today? Is everything good for you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Right. Now, let me tell you, since you were having your best life without me there, let's talk about your.
You hate seafood.
Wait. Let's talk about your best life when I was there. Let's talk about that piano bar that we decided to. Let's talk about that piano bar we walked into. It was the dueling piano bars where obviously this is the night you decided to let loose, and I was recovering from the first night. But we get to this piano bar. Obviously, no. Listen, obviously, no. Fuck that. I was recovering because that first night I went balls to the wall.
No, that was the second. No, that was the second night we went to the piano bar. When we sat down
the second night is the night you got.
Not the second night. The third. I'm sorry. The third night. The second night. We walked into Wild Greg's and a couple places, and then you're like, "No, we got to go. You're too hammered."
So we get to this lovely piano bar, and I'd have to go back through the photos and stuff and actually look at the places, the names of the places we were at. But we get to this bar, and all I remember is us drinking a few of the drinks, and we were at one of the back tables. And next thing you know, I get called on stage. I'm like, okay, this motherfucker did it again, because this is not the first time. I mean, you've done this before to me in Winter Circle. So, but this time we were in a completely different state, which motherfucker, it was, I don't get embarrassed easy. But this one here had me like, all right, so I got caught up on there to do this whole song, and I remember they started playing whatever, and I had to participate, and I had Big Mama's house basically jump up on stage.
No!
I mean, listen. Let's be fair.
Big Mama's house.
She was a heavy set, lovely girl, and she got on my back because they made me get out. Somehow I got on all fours. I don't know how I ended up on all fours. She got on my back like she was riding my back and just riding me up. let me tell you, it was the most embarrassing time of my life. And I forgot, it was the Pony song that you fucking did something with the Pony song. So of course,
Pony by Genuine.
Yes, and I had and of course I'm a good fucking sport. I go with it, whatever. So I did the thing. We get after a few hours, or not even a few hours, a few minutes later. Of course, I go ahead and drop in some money to the piano guys and bring their ass up there, thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe it's my turn to get Clint. Let's get Clint embarrassed. The worst fucking thing, because you can never embarrass Mr. Clint Randal on any fucking thing ever. I've tried multiple times. It's not gonna happen. So of course, you get on the piano, you do this whole fucking leg stretch, you fucking do the pelvic thrust. You had everyone going nuts with it. But at this point, I was like,
push-ups on the piano. Don't forget about that.
Push-ups on the piano. Yeah, I got the video still on this, but it was probably one of the best nights I've had in a long time, because I needed a night out like that, and it was amazing. It was fun, but the fact that you'll never be able to actually embarrass Mr. Clint Randal sucks, because anything you try, he will make it work. Somehow he will make it work.
Can't embarrass me, bro. Doesn't happen. Well, do you remember being at before we went there? We went to the Coyote Ugly there, and we were having some drinks, and they had the punch and bag machine, and if you hit it on the certain number, you got the prize. And I'd been going at it for like 15, 20 bucks, and I finally got it, and we were going crazy. We're like, oh my God, and we're looking around, everybody's looking at us. We're like, oh wow, we're the only people that are excited about this.
Let me pause you real quick. Mr. Kyle Merritt is asking. He says, "Sounds like fun. Sorry I couldn't join you, Kyle. If you're gonna be around, I can send you the link to join us, and I can bring you in, brother. And you just let me know. But I would love to bring you in on this live conversation. I'm only limited to so many people, but I will send you the link. Give me a minute or so while Clint talks here, and I will send you this link to shoot you over."
All right. So, anyways, yeah. So we're in Coyote Ugly, and it's like us, like the two bartenders, and some pissed off barback, and a couple of groups. And anyways, well, they had the old punching bag machine. You hit it, see how hard you can hit it. Well, theirs was slightly different. They had it rigged up to where if you hit it at a certain level on certain things, you got prizes. So like, oh shit! So I did it once already. Once where I hit it soft enough to where it got. And I won a T-shirt. And I was like, "Oh yeah, a T-shirt! This is awesome!" I was like, "All right, it's on this one for this? If you hit it just hard enough, but not too hard, you got what was called the big money prize." So I'm like, "Well, what's the big money prize?" And he's telling me, "You'll never get it." No, man, you'll get it. So we're like $20 in on the stupid machine. I'm like, "All right, this is it, last time." And I go up and I get it, and sure enough, it stops right on there, and we are going nuts. We're grabbing each other like we're just finished a training montage and Rocky. And we're just screaming, and we're looking around, and everybody's looking at us like we're a couple of dopes.
But you didn't end up getting the prize out of all this, right? You did not end up getting. You got nothing out of this.
Yes, because it did like by the time it stopped, and I got somebody to verify it, the machine reset. The power turned off on it, and it reset. And I was like, "Son of a! I got it! I got the big paper, whatever." And the girl's like, "I don't know what that is." I'm like, "Oh."
That's right. That's the night that we were actually trying to do our final shopping spree, basically.
Yeah.
To get people that we were talking to or whatever at that time gifts. We wanted to get them something. We were looking for things to do around. But right. Yeah, I remember that night. Like, you spent literally more money than the gift itself probably would have been worth. It was stupid.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, that's the way you do it right there. It's all about the story, man, in case you ain't learned that yet.
All right, so Mr. Melvin mentioned next time you're on the show, we should play some Rhinestone Cowboy before we introduce you.
Hey, don't make me go put on my hat. I'll do it, buddy. I got 2 of them now.
How has that hat treated you well out there? I mean, do you feel like you're actually fitting in with the locals out there?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not like a big thing out here. Not like out in Texas. Like, they're everywhere out there. Like, it's mandatory, and it's not until you get to certain places and environments that it's okay to wear. Anyways, but the boots go everywhere, dude. I kill it in them boots, man. I got 2 pair. I got a pair of the leather ones that I got when I was in Gatlinburg, and then I got a pair of snakeskins that I got from my niece's wedding when I was in Dothan.
Hey, Kyle, yes. If I just sent you a text, go ahead and click that link and join us, brother. We'd love to have you on. We'll make room for you in here. I'm pretty sure Mr. Clint Randal will love to be able to communicate with you, sir. So, shoot me click on that link, and I'll get you in here. I only can add 3, so if you jump in, we'll be able to add you on. So, I mean, obviously, you see Mr. Clint Randal rocking the Rogue like he's been in the gym or something. So, and we know that's not the fucking case.
Barbecue is where I've been in.
Oh, look at that! Hold on a second, Mr. Kyle is joining. Let me give
Nice.
All right, let me get the scene set up here for Kyle. Let me give me 1 second here.
But no, like wearing the hats around here, like I've only worn them a couple times to some concerts for some stuff. Like the local country bar in here in town is a place called Rick's. It's actually where all the college kids hang out pretty much. But they actually have some really good concerts that come through for some guys. Like 2 weeks ago was the Paxton Pay. He came and played. He's actually a graduate from Mississippi State, so he comes actually quite often. But they bring in some talent on some stuff, and they're good shows. It's worth going to. So
Give me 1 second here, Clint. I'm trying to get this set up. This caught me off guard here. There's Kyle right there.
Oh, it's drink time. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, look at that pretty face right now. Let me get me
What's
added
up,
into
gentlemen?
this. What's up, sir?
What's up, Kyle?
How you been, Clint?
I'm good, brother. Just up here being a Mississippian and back in the car biz and just going along.
Cool. I haven't seen you in forever.
Man.
I listened to a couple of the podcasts. I think Andrew's listened to every single one.
Andrea, let me tell you, Andrea is like my biggest fan. Like I love it. I can never count out Andrea. Andrea is like my biggest fan. I love it.
She's gonna comment. She's gonna like it.
Absolutely.
She was sitting next to me on the couch and she pulled up this live feed and she starts commenting. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll listen.
Yeah, absolutely. No, anytime I can always rely on Andrea to comment, say something, whatever. That's why we love Andrea. She's gonna participate anyway. But no, I'm glad I'm glad you're actually able to join us here, sir.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, shit. We just got back from somebody else's house and the kids are about to go to bed, but I don't know. Why not?
Yeah, right. You know, get to talk with this lovely guy here, and I'm pretty sure from the looks of it, right? Clint's looking at his phone right now, so he might be trying to see the actual feed of how Mr. Kyle Merritt is looking.
Yeah,
right now.
I can't see your face, my show pony. I can't see your face.
You can't see my face.
Well, no, he can't see your face in here. But if he opens up the actual stream from another app, he'll be able to see your pretty face, sir.
Oh, so go to Facebook.
Yeah, but it's on delay.
Yeah, go to Facebook on your phone, sir, or whatever. I know Clint's doing it on his. I think he's doing it on his fucking MacBook or whatever. Obviously, because his camera's looking like shit right now.
I don't have technology like that.
Oh,
I got
you
an
know
iPhone.
what? That's it.
But you know what's funny though, Kyle, is your picture is so much better than Clint's right now, and you're on your phone, aren't you? Because
don't say that about Clint. It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
It's
Sorry,
the backwoods.
It was too easy.
It's the backwoods, man. The backwoods, they're still catching up.
That's it. That's the last time I let you be Big Spoon.
Hey! Nobody's a better Big Spoon. I'm the best Big Spoon in the business.
You're like the salad fork to my Big Spoon.
Bro, I don't even call it a big spoon. I call it a ladle.
So listen, there and get that soup, buddy.
Because I'm needing a shot right now. Let's go ahead. I'm not sure if Kyle, if you're drinking or not, but
it's a weekday for me. You were an exception to that rule.
Well, listen, it's a weekday for me as well.
I got a little one.
Oh snap! So we got to actually watch our language right now. We
got
the little one watching.
You're good.
All right, so we're doing a
Hold
quick
on,
cheers.
I gotta step away and scold my dog. Hold on.
You don't got in trouble.
No, sir.
So, Mr. Merritt, while we are having this brief little intermission,
sure.
How's it been, sir? How you been doing?
I'm good, brother. Andrew's leaving town this weekend, so I'm gonna be without for like 4 days. So it's not.
So what you're saying is we should make
DEFCON
plans, possibly.
Bro, I got kids.
Oh, you got the kids. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full-blown daddy daycare. I just got to run them ragged so they're tired at night.
All right. So we'll have to figure something out another time.
Yeah, we will. Andrea and I'll come back.
Oh no, I'm definitely hell no. I'm definitely having you guys come back, and for some reason I don't know why. Well, because this wasn't really preset. I don't have your guys' names set up here, but no. I'm definitely having you guys come back. We definitely need to make another episode because you guys had a great episode, and the numbers did really well. So we definitely need to have you guys back.
I'll do
All
it.
right. I'm back from daddy. Sorry.
Back from daddy. And we the only problem is we did lose a crew member. And I'll get into that at some point or another. But Tiffany is no longer part of the crew itself. There's some things that went
broadcast.
down. Yeah, there's some things that went down.
She's
that,
no longer part of the broadcast team.
I don't want to get into just yet. I don't know how I'm feeling. The more I drink, I don't want to say shit that doesn't need to be said. So I'll leave it at that.
All right,
man. Yeah. So we'll definitely have you guys back for sure, because now that we're doing streaming, we're doing video. We'll make it happen for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, it'll be a lot easier.
Oh, absolutely. The problem is if you got to be able to have a better internet connection than this guy over here in Mississippi, because his shit is fucking just chopping it
That's
up.
what happens when you move to Mississippi.
Hey, we here in Mississippi love our roads, all right? They don't fork, neither do our family trees.
Hey, you know what, Clint? Somebody's got to be there in the backwoods, man. And if somebody's got to do it, you're the guy.
This guy. All right, since I missed that shot, now I need one.
Yeah, go ahead and See, the problem with Clint is he doesn't need a shot glass like I need the shot glass. He can just drink straight out the bottle and just continue to go with no problem. Me, on the other hand,
I've hung out with y'all long enough.
It's called being a man, sir. Is that what you said?
Yes, it's called being a man.
It's
I didn't get these for free. I earned them.
Okay. Yeah, well, like I said, I've drank a few.
You.
I've drank a few, so I don't mind it. Tonight is a night that whatever. I'll deal with these the sugar numbers in the morning, and I'll just fucking dilute it with a bunch of water later.
It's a good strategy.
It sucks being fucking old right now.
You guys are older than me, man. I feel old.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
It is what it is.
You're the pack, Eduardo. You got it. You're 43 now.
Whoa,
42.
whoa! My birthday is in about what are we at? We're in and about less than a month. I'll be 43. So yeah, and actually, I'll give you a heads up. Danny and I, because Danny's birthday's on the 12th and I'm on the 15th, we're going on the Victory Cruise Casino. So should you decide you want to make a trip to come down catch up with us on the fucking casino cruise boat, we're going to be there that weekend in Port Canaveral. So that's your call. But then again, in a few weeks after that, I'll be headed up your way into Mississippi. So.
Hey, well, gentlemen, I got to go put these kids to bed, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you for thank you for joining in on us real quick. Last minute improv. I had to reset everything here on my side, but we're good. Have a good night, Mr. Merritt. Have a good one, sir.
I'll just do it that way. I won't schedule it. I'll just have Andrew let me know.
Yeah. Just throw me off. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's get back to
everybody. Be good, man.
No, he's already dropped off. So, anyways, we're wrapping up here at the hour mark. How are you feeling, sir? How are you? How's that Avion treating you right now?
I'm good.
You good?
You know me. Dude, that Avion is on point, my friend. It's a good choice.
It is a good tequila. I wish, as much as I enjoy my whiskeys, I do love my tequilas. Obviously, the tequilas are a much better shooter than whiskey by far. And Fireball is just one of those shots where it's just like, it's easy to do. But
because correct me if I'm wrong, but like one of the first nights we ever hung out was when we did the birthday party for Bobby. That was one of our first nights ever hanging out together. And Bobby, remember she was across it with us?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Anyways, and correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we share a bottle of Patron that night between us?
We did have a bottle. Actually, now that I think about it, we did have a bottle of something, and I remember someone jacking our. I remember somebody jacking our booth, and we had to get our bottle back. Like, listen, bitch, we paid for this fucking bottle. This is our bottle. So yeah, so it. Yeah. I remember that. I want to say, man, I think you're right. I think it was a bottle of Patron. So, yeah.
Well, on the tequila, of course, that's my tour. Right now, here are the top 5 best tequilas you can get. Okay, number 1. Not only is he king country,
You're hold on a second. Your audio, you are completely breaking up on me. Give it a second to maybe buffer up. While we're giving that a second to buffer up, let's see. Melvin decided to post up. I hold the record for the lowest rated on the show, the champ. Believe it or not, Melvin, you did not. There is somebody else that had a lower viewing as of right now. I'm not going to disclose that, but you're not the lowest. However, you're not the lowest by 1 download. So we'll go with that.
All right. So, did I catch back up?
You're better right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the top 5 tequilas right now. Okay. Number 1. The man is not only king of country, but he's currently the king of tequila, and that is Mr. George Strait. He makes
that is the one that I have.
Codigo.
Yes, that is Casamigos is the one I have. Or yeah, is it Casamigos? No, it's Casamigos, right?
No, Codigo is what he makes. Codigo.
It's in my refrigerator here in the podcast room. So
the best tequila you can get. Number 2 is a stuff. Actually, that is one world's best tequila 5 years straight now, and that's a stuff called Partidas. 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 It's number 2. Number 3. By God, he's a good wrestler, and he also makes a damn good tequila, the rock stuff called Terramana. Terramana is smooth.
Terramana is an excellent. I was a little skeptical about it at first, but it actually is a very good tequila. Like, I love the rock, and I wasn't sure exactly like how, because all these celebrities that get into all the liquors and stuff and tequilas, like, this is just gonna be a gimmick. That Terramana is actually very smooth. I will actually drink that over and over. And I love my Patron, but that Terramana is right there.
Right.
What's funny is I actually got to meet one of the distribution reps for Terramana when I was in Vegas last year for 4th of July. She was doing her rounds or whatever, and she was like, "You want to buy a shot, or do you want me to get you a shot?" I'm like, well, fuck yeah, let's do a shot. Well, why not? And it literally is a very easygoing tequila to sip on, to shoot, whatever it is. It is a great tequila for sure. Absolutely.
He makes a good one. And then number 4 is Casamigos. Casamigos is darn fine. The way they make that is the like they said, the agent in the barrels and everything like that. It was tasty. And at number 5, even though I'm not drinking it right now, and our boy that we met up in Austin, remember at that bar? What was his nickname? His name's Mike in real life, but that's not what he goes by. I remember he goes by Spoogie or yeah. I remember at that one bar we went up in. Remember he had it was like, that's your name? He goes, that's my nickname, actually. I'm like, what do they call you that? Anyway, so he turned us on to it in that 512 tequila.
Are we talking about when we went on the actual the tour or whatever?
No. It was after you took me to the toy place, and I got to play with all the toys for a little while, and then we went right next door to that bar.
Okay, yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
That. Yep.
Remember him? He turned us on to the 512, and that is excellent.
When we decided, let's talk about this 512 adventure. We decided we were going to go. We were gonna go find this 512. Like it was part of that tour bus, It was
It
like
was.
they were explaining that this 512 tequila, was competitor to one of the Kardashians or whatever, whichever one's doing tequila.
No.
And
It was no, yeah. Hers is what was it,
813
816 or whatever it is? Eight,
something
no,
like
eight,
that. Eight
eight.
something.
Anyways, whatever area code she's from. Yeah.
Yeah, so we go and we put it in the GPS and we go and find this 5112 tequila, and the first place it brings us to is some hole in the wall fucking
Middle of
house that,
nowhere, just
yeah, it did not belong to be on Google Maps or whatever.
for a local distributor of 512. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we go to the second location, and it was nothing but a what was it? It was like nothing but
It was a promo
snowboards.
spot. That's all it was.
Yeah, it was like a promo. Like they filmed and did videos or promo videos or whatever, promo photos. And we're like, okay, so where do we fucking go? We ended up being in the local fucking liquor store just to buy this fucking
After
tequila.
An hour of driving around trying to find this place.
Absolutely. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, we should have just stayed local, go to a liquor store and buy a 512. We thought we were going to be hot shit, go see where they're actually being made.
We wanted to go to the source.
Absolutely. And we fucking failed. We failed hard. But it was a good time. Like, we literally looked around and like, all we see is snowboards, and we're in Texas. Like, this doesn't make sense.
It was snowboards and paddle boards everywhere.
Yes. Yep. Oh well, it is what it is. A lesson learned, but I definitely would go back to. I definitely would go back to Texas. Austin, Texas was amazing. The food was absolutely That one bar that we ended up on, Rainer Street or whatever.
Super Bowl. Yeah, for Super Bowl.
When we watched the Super Bowl, was absolutely fucking amazing. The spot that we had, how easy it was for us to go back and actually go back and get some food, bring it back to the table, was phenomenal.
And they were very appreciative of our business too. That was pretty cool.
Because we spent so many hours in there.
We're like, wow, thank you.
Yeah, we spent so many hours and a lot of money in that fucking spot, and they were surprised at how you were still standing, because you were still fucking after we were there for at least 8 hours, 6 hours or whatever, 6-8 hours, and you were still fucking standing after all the drinks and shots. That they were. Sir, how did you do this? How are you still standing? You ladies don't know that this guy's a fucking pro.
I'm a man.
He is a man that can drink his shots. And the crazy thing is, we fucking drove back home to the resort. We shouldn't be saying that out loud. I shouldn't be saying, maybe it's the Fireball talking, but we drove back to the resort.
We
no
took
problem.
One of those scooters back to the resort.
Yeah, we took one of the scooters that cost $2 a mile, which was fucking retarded.
Oh, those are showing up around here, and actually the city is not real happy with them right now, because they, much like we saw in Austin, where they just get left randomly wherever. Like, they're just getting left in people's yards and all kinds of shit. People are complaining. So there's a coalition forming among some of the locals, and they've named their group "Stop Renting Scooters to Drunk Students."
So listen, there's an actual job on Indeed or in any of these actual job boards that you can actually get a job, go and pick up these scooters, and actually get paid to go pick them up and retrieve them back and charge them up and let them do it all over again. So it's an actual thing. Like, you got to go find, based off the GPS, to go find these fucking scooters wherever they're left at and bring them back and charge them up and start it all over again.
And then drop them off at their spots, yeah.
Yeah, no, and I mean, when we looked at them, obviously we thought we were going to do it as well, but when we found out it was like $2 a fucking mile or $2 every 30 seconds or whatever, we're like, yeah, fuck that. It was an
initial $20 turn-on fee, and then it was $1.50
It was
every
stupid.
3 minutes is what it was. Yeah,
it was
$1.50
definitely
every 3
stupid.
minutes.
Yeah, so it was retarded. So,
It was
but
unnecessary.
anyhow, so all right, sir. So we are at a little over an hour and 15 or whatever. So
Dang.
I know. Listen, I know sometimes the conversations can go, and I know we've had a few drinks, and there's a few things I want to say, but I'm actually holding back today. So maybe that'll be
Good for you.
Yeah, there's maybe
Nope. Don't do it.
maybe that will be for a solo episode, but we'll see because it hurts. It hurts deep. So, and I know a lot of good podcasts actually work well when it comes to either true crime or drama, but I don't want to fall in between any of those because, anyways, like I said, we'll get ready to wrap up. So hopefully, we won't be strangers until I come see you again. Maybe we'll be able to chat beforehand. But hopefully we get to see this destination movie now that you moved into your new location. Maybe we can start seeing episodes finally getting dropped. Maybe, possibly.
If you play your cards right, sir, maybe you're here for the first recording.
Dude, I'm looking forward to the actual episodes itself because it should be interesting. You took through what's it, 3 months? 3 months going cross country? Is that what it was?
Just a little over 3.5, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely it should be very interesting. So I can't wait for it to actually drop, for you to get working on it and see exactly where
I can't wait for tax season to come up so I can get some of that money back.
Well, it's got to be a proper business expense, right? Until the podcast actually drops, it's not a business expense, right? So
you ain't got to argue with me. I'm good.
All right, sir. Do you want to go ahead and drop any handles before we go ahead and end this bitch tonight? I mean, obviously this was fun. It was the first stream podcast. It's gonna go only get better, and we'll go from there. So, you want to drop anything before we decide?
I do. Go check us out, Cannon Ford, Starkville, Mississippi. Anything you want. Well, not anything you want. Inventory is a little tough to come by right now, but be reasonable, and I'm pretty sure we can get you something. So stop in, go to the website, check us out. And Destination Movie is coming. I promise it's coming. It's going to be here. Don't worry.
Looking forward to it, sir. All right. Well, that's going to be it, guys. We appreciate you guys checking in on this live stream. This is, like I said, this is the first time for the live stream itself for the show. So we're hoping that this turns out pretty good. We'll see how the actual film turns out at the end of this. But if you guys enjoyed it, please give us a follow on Whiskey and Uncensored on both Instagram, Facebook, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys later.